So guys, before we get started, don't forget we do have that amazing discount code thanks to Tier 0 Games going on right now. And all you have to do is put in ZW Games 5 to get 5% discount on your total order at tier0games.com. The links will be in the description below.
What's up YouTube, Dad here from War Games, bringing you a Gimmick puppet deck profile using the brand new support. Now, I was going to build this deck, however, there was a couple of cards that I was missing, and I actually thought, I don't understand Gimmick puppets as well, because I never played them back in the day when they first came out. However, a friend of the channel's, Robin, actually had a profile that he's been working on, and I will get a physical build once he's been able to get all the new cards. But what I thought I would do is I'd run through his profile here, and then I'm going to do like a couple of test games to see if it works, or kind of how it operates, if we've got a bit of time to do that at the end. But let's go through the Gimmick Puppet build and show you exactly what a modernised version looks like with the brand new support. So of course we start off with the old school cards with Gimmick Puppet Magnet Doll. If your opponent controls a monster and all monsters you control are Gimmick Puppets, minimum 1, you can special summon this card from the hand. So it's not a hard once per turn, and it's just a free level 8 summon. So you're going to max out on that playing 3. We'll then play 3 of the brand new Gimmick Puppet Bequest Doll. So it is a level 8 as always with a dark. You can special summon this card from your hand by discarding 1 Gimmick Puppet monster. You banish this card from the graveyard this turn. Your opponent cannot target Gimmick Puppet monsters you control with card effects. Now, again, it's not a hard once per turn, and it is just an additional summon of a level 8 Gimmick Puppet. Less so the targeting effect. I mean, targeting effect is good. It's just not as prominent in today's game, unfortunately. We'll then move on to Gimmick Puppet Dreary Doll. Again, one of the old school cards. So if this card is in your graveyard, you can banish one other Gimmick Puppet monster from your graveyard, special summon this card from the graveyard. Only use this effect of Gimmick Puppet Dreary Doll once per turn. This card cannot be used as XYZ material for an XYZ summon except for the summon of a Gimmick Puppet monster. So again, this is one of the cards you're going to be discarding off of your Bequest Doll, banishing one of the other ones from the graveyard to summon it, and kind of go for your rank 8 plays. We've then got, so this is one of the cards that I was missing, was Gimmick Puppet Scissor Arms. So when this card is normal summoned, you send 1 Gimmick Puppet monster from your deck to the graveyard. So it's a nice foolish burial for the deck. Then we've got 3 of the brand new card, which is creepy as hell, Gimmick Puppet Terror Baby. When this card is normal summoned, you can target 1 Gimmick Puppet monster in your graveyard, except itself, and special summon it in defense position. You can banish this card from your graveyard. This turn, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to your Gimmick Puppet monster's effect activations. So that allows you to protect the new rank 4 as well, and this obviously lets you turbo into the rank 4. The final monster we play is Gimmick Puppet Humpty Dumpty. When this card is normal or special summoned, you can special summon 1 Gimmick Puppet monster from your hand, only use the effect once per turn. So you can kind of see where the 3 level 4s technically synergize, and because it's only special summons any Gimmick Puppet monster, you can get any of the level 8s out as well, which then allows you to go into the brand new Link monster. Moving on to the spells, Triple Law of Darkness as they are all dark, and then Triple Trading as they are all level 8s for the big boss monsters. So you technically have 9 targets for that as well. Oh, hello. We've also got Machine Dupe, because if you did not notice, they are all machines, and apart from the Scissors Arm, both Humpty Dumpty and Terror Baby are level 4s, so you can technically Machine Dupe these, and again, go into your rank 4, which then allows you to go into your Link monster, and of course go into the rank 8, because I think the new rank 4 is insane. We've then got Junk Puppet, of course, target 1 Gimmick Puppet monster in your graveyard, special summon it. You can only activate it once per turn, so the question is, would you then replace some of these with like a Monster Reborn or a Legacy, just to kind of revive to a zone of Link monster points to, just give you additional summons, additional revival, while, you know, the fact that these are hard once per turns, but that's something to consider. We then got Limiter Removal, because they are all machines and so are the XYZs, so being able to turn these into like 6600 beaters and stuff like that is insane. Maybe even like 8k beaters. I think one of them's 4k, isn't it? No, they're all 3k, 3.2, 3.5, there you go, so a 7k beater. Cool but great to make sure your effects go off. You then get the rank up magic. Now this one is the quick play that allows you to go up 1 into a C number, because some of the Gimmick Puppets do have their dark counterparts. So you target 1 number XYZ monster you control, except number C monsters, special summon from your extra deck 1 number C monster with the same number in its name as the target, but 1 rank higher by using it as XYZ material. So again, the fact that this is quick play allows you to do it in the battle phase, which can either bypass the effects of limit removal if you evolve basically one of the XYZs, or it can allow you to do a little bit of damage, then evolve, and then limit a remover for game. Interestingly, he plays 1 Battle for the World Legacies. Banish 1 face-up monster you control until the end phase, then target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. That target loses attack and defense equal to the original attack and defense of the banished monster. That's an interesting way. I suppose it's a quick play kind of protection for some of your monsters as well. Okay, so we play the 1 Perform Puppet. You can banish 1 Gimmick Puppet monster that has a level from your graveyard. It is a continuous spell. The levels of all monsters you currently control become that banished monster's level until the end of this turn. So it lets you spam the level 8s, or the rank 8s and the rank 4s as well. If a face-up Gimmick Puppet monster or monsters you control is destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 of your banished Gimmick Puppet monsters, special summon it. So it kind of lets you revive some of those cards as well. We're going to go on reversal on the extra deck. So we've got the 1 Almirage, that kind of makes sense for all the normal summon monsters there. And then you've got the Gimmick Puppet Chimera Doll. So 2 machine monsters. During your main phase, if you control this link summoned card, you can activate this effect. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn, except machine XYZs. Also take 1 Gimmick Puppet monster from your deck and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. Then, if all monsters you control are Gimmick Puppet monsters, minimum 1, you can special summon 1 Gimmick Puppet monster from your hand. So it's kind of a nice play. You've got Kleehor Aeneas because it's a machine, Phoenix to deal with back row, Unicorn to spin cards, and Borosword for game. And then, of course, we've got the brand new Gimmick Puppet Gigantus Doll. I love this card already. 2 level 4 Gimmick Puppet monsters. You can detach 2 materials from this card, then target up to 2 monsters your opponent controls. Take control of them until the end phase. Also, for the rest of this turn, you cannot special summon monsters except Gimmick Puppets. And you cannot declare attacks except with XYZ monsters. You can treat this card, all monsters you currently control become level 8 until the end of this turn. So whatever it steals become level 8, and then you can start making your generic level 8 plays. Your Gigant X, this searches you out any of your machine level 4s or lower, so that gets you all of the lower level Gimmick Puppets. And then we've got the, the 1 number 15 Gimmick Puppet Giant Grinder. So again, 2 level 8 monsters. This is where you can steal your opponent's monsters and start using it. Up to twice per turn during your main phase 1, you can detach 1 material from this card, then target 1 special summon monsters your opponent controls, destroy it. Then if it was an XYZ monster, inflict damage to your opponent equal to its original attack. So not only are you stealing 2 cards, you're going to then make those 2 cards together, so you can start popping the remaining cards on your opponent's board. Nice. He then plays 2 number 40. Again, this requires 2 level 8 monsters, so it is generic. Once per turn, detach 1 XZs from this card, place 1 string counter on each face-up monster on the field, except this card. If you do, during your opponent's next end phase, destroy the monsters with string counters, and if you do, inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each monster destroyed. Nice. We've then got number 88. Again, requires 3 level 8 monsters, but that's quite easy with the new rank 4. Once per turn, if you have no cards in your spell and trap card zone, you can detach 1 XZs from this card, and if you do, place 1 destiny counter on this card. You cannot conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this effect. When 3 destiny counters are on this card, you win the duel. Interesting. Long game. And then we've got the C version for the number 40, so 3 level 9s, but you're going to be ranking this up anyway. When this card is special summoned, destroy the monsters with string counters on it, and if you do, draw 1 card. Then inflict damage to your opponent equal to the highest original attack among those destroyed monsters in the graveyard. Your choice if tied. Once per turn, you can detach 1 XYZ from this card, place 1 string counter on each face-up monster your opponent controls. Wow, so you use the normal monster, put string counters on stuff, and then you use the rank up to go into that and start destroying everything and drawing a card. Nice. Then we've got obviously the C88. Must be special summoned with rank up magic spell and cannot be must be with the rank up magic spell. Card targeting number 88 Gimmick Puppet of Leo and cannot be special summoned by other ways. This card cannot be targeted by card effects. Once per turn, you can detach 1 XYZ from this card, inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. During your end phase, if your opponent's life points are 2,000 or less, and this card has no XYZ material, you win the duel. So it's basically just like quick route win cons. Yeah, I've never looked into Gimmick Puppets. It's the first time I'm looking into it, which is why I thought it'd best that someone else build the deck. And they'll have a better understanding, a better knowledge of the deck than I will. It definitely looks interesting. I know that the new cards here, both the Guest Doll, the Terror Baby, and the Perform Puppet really add to the deck, and so does the brand new rank 4 Gimmick Puppet Gigantus Doll as well. So it'll be interesting to see this deck in action and kind of how it takes control. Once we have all the physical cards, we can bring you a physical build of this deck and kind of go from there. But for now, I hope you like this. I hope it gives you a couple of ideas for your own build of the Gimmick puppets. And it's definitely worth taking a look into for just general fun, casual play. If not trying to catch some of your opponents off guard with how this deck can operate. But for now, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. And until next time, guys, as always, happy dueling.
What's up, YouTube? Dan here from War Games. Thanks for watching that video. If you liked it, please hit that big thumbs up button in the bottom corner as well. And don't forget to hit the big red subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything. Make sure you click that notification bell as well so you know every time one of our new videos goes up. Throughout the whole year of 2019, we're going to have more deck profiles, duels, and of course pack openings for you guys to watch and enjoy the entire year round. So stay tuned for more, and as always guys, happy dueling.